Welcome to 2K Sports. What could be better than kicking back on a Sunday afternoon watching the NBA? With two Hall of Famers, Doris Burke and Grant Hill, I'm Brian Anderson. Allie LaForce, our reporter.
It's never easy to win games when you're missing free throws. They had to be better.
You know this. Nothing gets a crowd into the game more than a bunch of missed free throws. That's one of the worst things you can do on the road.
All right, Grant, when you look at the Nets rebuild, what are you seeing at this point?
Well, they gave up a lot of young players and draft picks to assemble a big three. And, of course, that didn't quite work out. So now they're in that middle ground, which sometimes can be a little tough. Add to the fact that they're in New York, the fans and media are anything but patient and forgiving.
Now here's Fox, a dependable player on offense, giving them over 13 a game. Here's Williams. Durant pulls it in. Lets it go from deep. Rebound Brooklyn. And keeping us updated from the sideline, Allie LaForce.
Well, I had a chance to talk with head coach Jordi Fernandez. I asked him about the many difficulties that Kevin Durant presents to a defense, and coach said with most guys you can force them left or right or send help. With Kevin, he can always shoot over the top of you. Sometimes you feel helpless in that regard. Not a lot of solutions for a 7-foot sharpshooter, guys.
All right, appreciate it, Allie. And it's Fox with the jam.
Explosive speed gives Fox the clear advantage on the drive. He gets down the lane so fast.
Outside Nesmith. Let's go with a three. 2 shots, 2 makes. Off to a good start.
Boy, not a bad beginning. 3 for 4 from the floor. Pretty good start.
Here's Fox. And it's Fox with the jam.
Even though he's just 6'3", Fox can really get up, including slamming it down in style.
On the wing, Nembhard. Up top, Durant. That one falls.
Talk about hitting the ground running. 4 for 5 to start.
Well, if you're just tuning in, we've played about 2.5 minutes here in the first. And Kevin Durant is arguably the greatest scoring forward ever. What makes KD so incredible, Doris?
EA, this game better go into triple overtime if I've got to list everything that makes this guy special. Size, elite shooting, ability to handle the ball.
Oh! Huge size disadvantage for the defense. Might as well just get out of the way.
Now here's Fox. Outside, Williams. Off the mark there with a 3. The Warriors lead by 7. The 3, Durant. Knocks it down from distance. Durant's got 5 now.
I just love the ball movement.
First quarter of action, just under 3.5 minutes played. Fox outside. Pass to Olajuwon. Deflects the pass. Oh, and a fast break for the Warriors. Oh, the teardrop falls in. He has 7.
You can't help but look toward their defense. They're totally lost.
Throws it up high. Got a hand on it. In transition, here come the Warriors. Another 3 for Golden State.
Their offense looking like a well-oiled machine.
55 seconds left in the first. Inside. Out of bounds. Nets ball as Brooklyn keeps possession.
Substitution for the Warriors. Number 9, Jeremy Grant.
There's 48 seconds left to play in the first. 6 on the shot clock. Shot to stop the run. And it's Fox missing.
I'm sure he's kicking himself. He hates to blow that kind of opportunity.
And here's Wallace. Pass to Graham. down low. Oh, Grant throws it down.
It's been an outstanding performance for them in just about every area.
You know this. It's not easy building a lead on the road, but this team has been lights out throughout the game.
Fox goes in, and it's Fox with the jam.
Showing off the major hops. Wow! Look at Fox get up and finish with some power.
Pass to Nesmith. Takes a three, and the Warriors with another three.
Their ability to space the floor has been the story of this game.
And what surprises me is the defense hasn't done anything to take away that three-point shot. That has been their preferred weapon tonight.
The Warriors, 24.
Great to have you with us. Second quarter of basketball. This game has not exactly been neck and neck, but plenty of time left in this one. And now we get a little perspective here on how the hustle game has been for the Warriors.
They've made an effort to get out and run, using their speed in transition and scoring before the defense can get set.
They've also done a really good job taking advantage of miscues. Their defense has been stifling in this one.
Yeah, Grant, despite the Warriors' success over the last decade, it hasn't always been this way for this franchise.
Yeah, they didn't have many winning seasons before they got Steph, Clay, and Dre. And you know, BA, from 1978 to 2012, they made the playoffs just 6 times. And that closeout certainly made a difference.
Well, no question, he altered that shot, and most of the time, that's just as good as blocking it.
And it's flushed down, a nice jam.
And just a lack of fight right now on the defensive end.
Right? At least on that slam it was. That's one way to let a team back in the game.
Right, you can see on that possession, one side playing with a little desperation, the other side losing focus.
And stolen by Holmgren. Pass to Fox. Shot clock at 6. Oh, Fox gets up and throws it down.
Now, BA, you know they would love for him to get more of those opportunities.
Well, that would cut into the deficit quickly if he does. Oh, there's the alley. And here in the second, 2 minutes gone by. Olajuwon can't get it to go. And Rose has got the ball here for the Warriors. In the second quarter, held scoreless. Outside for Grant. Rose with it to end the drought. And it's Bona missing. The three, DiVincenzo parries it from 3. DiVincenzo's got himself on the board with a 3 there. Well, Grant, when the money's on the line, the mid-range is still a big part of the elite player's game.
You're right, BA. And really, it comes down to touch, obviously. And size certainly helps. And then the savvy and balance to create that space.
Rose with the bucket.
Boy, what a warrior Derrick Rose is. This guy gets buckets through contact out there, so tough.
Fox outside.
Second quarter.
To the paint. Here's Olajuwon.
That's how you share the rock. He does this time and time again.
The Warriors lead by 8. Rose outside. Outside Mathurin. There's the 3. Oh, almost had a 4-point play right there. But he'll go to the line with a chance for 3. Doris, no secret how talented the international players are in the NBA, especially those from Canada.
Yeah, we've seen a number of Canadians come in and have a high level of impact for their team. For Mathurin, think about his availability his rookie year, played in almost every game, and this guy is a legit scorer at this level.
And it's Beal penetrating. Outside Thibault. Back to Beal. to the middle. Here's Olajuwon. And a two-handed jam.
Terrific handle right there by Beal. Comes off the pick with his head up, looking for his teammates.
Doris, it's interesting, but the Nets franchise has never won an NBA championship.
That's absolutely correct, because their titles came before the merger. Now, since they've joined this league, they did go to the finals for a couple of times. Had Jason Kidd, who was the driver of success, but no championship in this modern era.
There's 57 seconds left to play in the first half. And the call will be against Benedict Mathurin. That's his first foul of the game. Here's Olajuwon. The shot off that time. Good D by Wallace.
They've had a slight leg up on the boards and a big leg up on the scoreboard.
Here's Reed. After missing his first attempt, now 1 for 2.
Boy, Naz Reid able to concentrate and finish despite incredible defense.
Stolen by Reed. For 3, Mathurin. Nice start for him, sinking his first shot.
And just totally relentless, only increasing the intensity level.
One thing I enjoy is watching players who don't pay attention to the score. You lock in on the moment and play the right way.
Outside Thibault. Mathurin with a steal. Oh, and a fast break for the Warriors. And the dunk by Jackson.
Put that one-man show on Broadway.
That's one way to go with the alley-oop. Now Beal. It'll count. Oh, no good on the last second attempt there. And so it's the Golden State Warriors looking in total control with this 17-point advantage as the buzzer sounds. Building this lead up in large part because of how well they're shooting it. We'll be right back. And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. And Jordi Fernandez calls timeout. We might see him looking to make some tweaks to the strategy here. Here's DiVincenzo. Pass to Fox. A tad short, but it's good off the front iron. Fox has got 10.
That's 3 buckets in a row off assist.
Now Nembhard. The kick to Durant. Shoots over Thibault. Durant's shot is off.
And for him, that's a great look. Expect him to go right back to it if it's available.
No doubt. Very good play call, good execution. Sometimes it just doesn't fall.
And he'll be shooting his first free throw. Grant, when you talk about De'Aaron Fox, what an exciting player.
That he is, and just now entering the prime years of his career. We've seen him make great strides the last few years, and it's scary trying to think just how much he can still improve. One of the trickier plays to judge, but it would be hard to argue against the call.
It is really difficult to get your feet completely set, to stay completely still. It's almost surprising to me that it isn't called more often.
Durant looking around. Banchero outside. 6 to shoot. From behind the arc. Thibault with the board. Nets trail by 14. Pass to Fox. Outside, DiVincenzo. Down to 5 on the shot clock. To the inside. Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up.
First personal foul.
Grant, it appears that league expansion is around the corner. Any concerns about spreading the talent too thin?
Not really, B.A. I mean, the global pool of players competing for an NBA roster spot has never been deeper. So there's plenty of talent to go around.
Here's Nesmith. And again, it's the Warriors missing.
Boy, yet another missed opportunity here. Whatever they talked about at halftime, it's not working.
Here's Fox. And a foul called on the way up. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line.
And looking at Fox, a microwave scorer and Tasmanian devil running up and down the floor. A fun player to watch.
And we're just about 2 minutes into the second half now. Jackson outside. Outside Neesmith. There's the triple. Kicks it out to Jackson. Over Fox. And the Warriors miss again. Tipped. Not quite 2.5 minutes played here in the second half. Here's Thibault. Good on the shot, and that shaves the lead to single digits.
This is anyone's game now, and they have the momentum.
Probably the most important thing is they regrouped. They worked out some of their frustrations, and now they're starting to have some fun.
There's Neesmith with a 3. Back to Banchero to win the drought. Ooh, Banchero with the touch from deep.
You know, I know some would like to see Banchero increase his shooting range, especially since he doesn't have a solid shot from behind the arc.
Here's Fox. It goes again. His 6th basket in 7 tries.
They've been aggressive during this run, but they've also played under control.
I think the communication on offense is working at every level right now. What a run for this group.
Durant inside. And that's out of bounds. Last touch by DiVincenzo. All right, let's check in with Allie LaForce.
Well, Paolo Banchero grew up in Seattle playing pros every summer, and that gave him a huge leg up in the NBA. He said, quote, "They'd always tell me it's not as hard as you think. You just have to be focused and locked in." That's what led to me having that demeanor. Brian?
The 2023 Rookie of the Year, Allie. He hit the ground running. Outside Thibault. Here's Williams. No made baskets yet. 4 on the clock. Holmgren. And the big finish by Holmgren.
Yeah, the defense making it way too easy for Holmgren. Gotta push him farther out than this.
Uncovered. And yes, it goes. Got a little English on that one. Neesmith's got 10 points in the game. Brooklyn with the ball. They're on a 13-5 run. Here's Williams. And Williams punches it home.
A dynamic finish, then decides to hang out a little for good measure.
Yep, that's the exclamation point right there. Reed for 3. And it's Holmgren with a rebound.
Boy, he won't miss many from that spot. The defense gets lucky there.
6-second difference between the shot clock and game clock. Now here's Williams. Inside. Here's Olajuwon. Oh, and he got fouled on his way up. He'll head to the line to shoot 2. It's going to be on Naz Reid.
Hey, you can't block it. Sending him to the line can be the next best thing.
He does not get the second one. Rose outside. Here's Durant. What a play! He drains it at the buzzer!
Makes his selection just in time. Well,
44. All right, fans.
The fourth quarter has arrived. So good to have you with us. The Warriors lead by 8. Fires the 3. At the arc. KD drains it.
he's taking what he can get here, has a 3 in each half.
And so it's Fox with it. He'll bring it up for Brooklyn. And the call will be against Andrew Nembhard. That's foul number 2 for him.
Second personal foul. First team foul.
Golden State on D. They led by as many as 18.
They just look so overwhelmed inside. That's why they continue to get attacked.
Nembhard with it. DiVincenzo picks him up. And DiVincenzo comes to help. And here's Grant from the arc. Another 3 for Golden State.
And looking to shoot as many threes as possible. This kind of confidence, impressive to see.
Fox. Always attacking Fox.
Right there, Fox using his length to do damage inside.
Nembhard outside. Reed sets a screen. Lets the 3 fly. Rebounded by the Nets.
Boy, this guy just can't buy a bucket, and yet they have the advantage.
That's tipped. And they're pushing it up. Launches a 3. And Mathurin good for 3. And the Warriors lead by 13. All right, guys, what do you think about the hustle stats for the Warriors?
Well, their D has been a major story tonight. I mean, those steals and putting pressure on the ball, clogging the passing lanes, impressive.
And their fast break has also been a key metric in this one. They have had a significant advantage in transition over the course of this game.
Outside Reed. Another 3 for Golden State.
They're really employing a deep-range initiative here in the fourth, and it's working.
It feels like they have worked their perimeter game to perfection, swinging the ball, cashing in from the outside. What a performance.
That's how you up the ante. Come right back at them.
And you would expect nothing less from these two, taking pride and making plays.
A moment here for an injury report.
Guys, I was able to catch up with the Warriors head athletic trainer. Unfortunately, it doesn't sound good at all. He's likely going to be out for a while. And in this crucial time of the season, any injury can have a major impact on a team. We'll have to make some immediate adjustments, guys.
All we can hope for is that the prognosis isn't as bad as it seems, guys.
Yeah, we were hoping for much better news, and obviously not very encouraging.
No, I mean, this is a big blow, and it will force the team to make some adjustments, not just in terms of personnel on the court, but in terms of strategy.
Great job drawing the foul, and almost converted the shot as well.
Well, an interesting thing about Derrick Rose, right? Over his career, he's been an up-and-down jump shooter, but he's been remarkably consistent from the free throw line.
And it's rejected. Three-pointer Mathurin. And again, it's the Warriors missing. Nets trailed by 15. From deep, Rose sends it home from three-point land. Rose has got 5 points in the quarter.
They have a relentless mentality, even with the game in total control.
This is a textbook example of playing the possession and not the score. This team is doing a great job continuing to execute.
It's so hard to guard Fox without fouling him, especially when he's being the aggressor.
And both free throws good for Fox. The Warriors lead by 16. Rose, left side. Pass to Bona. And here's Fox. The three is up. And it's Bona with a rebound.
And you can tell right there, the defense is totally fine with him shooting that. That's not his game.
And they were really able to find the mismatches they wanted and exploit those all night. Great execution from the players and coaching staff for the Warriors.
When you look at their assist totals, you can see why it was easier for them to score. The ball was really popping tonight.
And good things seem to happen when you're patient and willing to make the next pass. Their offense has flowed really well.
And for the year now, they've chalked up 35 wins.
And that's a sweep of the season series. It's clear who the matchup favored. They'll wish they could have seen more of these guys.
And we get spoiled sometimes, but we should take a second to appreciate what a sensational performance this has been for Kevin Durant.
Terrific initiative. Not content to let the game come to him, he went out and made it his own.
And the officials call a traveling violation. Man, they've been careless with the ball tonight.
Yeah, it's a lack of focus and a lack of discipline. They're better than this.
Gets the three to fall. 32 seconds left in the fourth quarter. And he lobs it up to the rim. Oh, Grant throws it down.
And they knew it wasn't going to be easy to win on the road, but they've controlled the pace on this one.
And sometimes when everyone's rooting against you, it seems to bring the unit closer together. It certainly did tonight.
You got to be impressed with Fox's court awareness. He has a feel for when one of his guys is uncovered.